Hello everyone, this is Preeti Mishra. Welcome back to our channel. If you are new to this, then subscribe for regular updates. In this video, I'm going to start third chapter, pair of linear equations of class 10th. I will cover this chapter in 4 videos, so let's begin. We will start with the introduction of pair of linear equations in two variables, followed by its uses in our daily life. Then we will get to know definition of pair of linear equations in two variables, or we can call it system of simultaneous linear equations too. Then we will have graphical representation of these equations, followed by consistent and inconsistent system of equations. Then we will have examples based on these topics, and then at last we will have pop quiz. So let's get started. Introduction. I will start its introduction with a practical scenario. One of my students, Ria, went to market shop for some stationery items along with her friend Pinky. She bought 5 pens and 2 notebooks. Then on the basis of cost of each pen, which was X rupees, and cost of each notebook was Y rupees, shopkeeper calculated the amount just by doing simple calculation. 5 into X plus 2 into Y. He got to know that he has to ask for rupees 100. Then he asked for rupees 100 to Ria. Ria paid the amount without asking individual cost of each item. Here you should notice that shopkeeper calculated amount just by doing this simple calculation. Here X and Y are two variables, and these two variables are having power only 1. That's why this is known as a linear equation in two variables. Just like this, we can have a general form of a linear equation in two variables, which is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. And here a can't be equal to 0 and b can't be equal to 0, because if a is equals to 0 and b is equals to 0, then this equation will take form like c is equals to 0, which is not possible at all, because any constant can never be equal to 0. So this is a linear equation we are having in two variables. Now, Pinky, friend of Ria, she also bought some items. She bought 3 pens and 4 notebooks. Then on the basis of cost of each pen, which was again X rupees, and cost of each notebook was Y rupees, shopkeeper calculated the total amount by 3x plus 4y, and he calculated it 130 rupees. He asked for 130 rupees to Pinky. Pinky paid the total amount again without asking individual cost of both the items. Then while returning back, Ria and Pinky both were discussing that they both paid total amount without asking cost of each pen and each notebook. Now, is it possible to get to know individual cost of each item? Yes, it is possible, because now we are having two equations in same variables, one from Ria and another from Pinky. 5x plus 2y is equals to 100. This equation belongs to Ria, and 3x plus 4y is equals to 130. This equation belongs to Pinky in the same variable. That's why this is known as pair of linear equations, and we can have a solution of these variables X and Y. We are having many methods to find out these solutions. Just by knowing these pair of linear equations, anyone can find out the solution. So these are the pair of linear equations. Before starting to study about this topic, we should get to know about the uses of these equations in our daily life. Pair of linear equations used to describe relationships between two variables in the physical world, like making predictions, calculate rates, and making conversions. You can see here, I have shown you one formula which is related with the two variables. F is equals to 9 upon 5c plus 32. This is a relation between two variables for a night and Celsius. With the help of this relationship, you can convert any temperature available in Fahrenheit in degrees Celsius or temperature available in degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. So this is one of the best use of these equations. Another use we can have in money and percentage calculations. Just like if your father is going market and he bought uh, 2 kgs of tomatoes and 4 kgs of potatoes, then he can calculate the total amount, how much he has to pay to the shopkeeper just by doing simple calculation: 2 into cost of 1 kg tomatoes plus 4 into cost of 1 kg potatoes. This is a linear equation here. Then in calculating wages based on an hourly pay rate. If someone is working on hourly basis, then how many hours in a week or in a month he is working and how much amount he should get, it can be calculated with the help of these equations. Then age related calculations we can have on the basis of these equations. If we are having some information of age of any person with respect to age of any other person, we can calculate his or her present age with the help of these equations. Next, in geometry calculations, yes, we are using these linear equations in geometry too in the form of formulas. You calculate many times perimeter of a rectangle, which is 2 into L plus B. L and B are variables here. So this is a linear equation here. Just like this, we are having so many formulas based on linear equations in our geometry, right? Then calculations based on speed, time, and distance. You must have seen many mathematical problems based on speed, time, and distance. Calculations related with the train journey, aeroplane, and cars. So here these equations are very much helpful in calculating speed, time, and distance. Then in graphing, graphing helps make trends visible. Actually, these equations on graph provide us a straight line, right? And with the help of these graphs, anyone can understand its actual value, because graphs make data easy to understand and eliminate language and literacy barriers. Visuals are more effective than text. In cricket, you must have seen like run rate, they show with the help of graph, and uh, score analysis in different games you must have seen in terms of graphs, right? So these are very important part of our life, which are basically based on linear equations in two variables. So these are the various uses of these equations in our life. Now let's begin with the definition of pair of linear equations. So in general, we can say a set of two linear equations in the same two variables is said to form a pair of linear equations or a system of simultaneous linear equations. So in general, we can have two equations like a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0, where a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, all these are real numbers, means they can be a natural number, they can be positive, negative integers too, or they can be a rational number like in fraction, in 1 by 2, 3 by 4, just like this also they can take value. And here the most important thing, a square plus b, a1 square plus b1 square can't be equal to 0, and a2 square plus b2 square can't be equals to 0, because it means a1 and b1 can't be equal to 0 and a2 and b2 can't be equal to 0. I have explained you, if a1 b1 becomes 0, then c1 will be equal to 0, which is not possible. And in this equation, if a2 and b2 will be 0, you will get c2 is equals to 0, which is again not possible at all. Any constant can't be equal to 0. That's why a1 b1 and a2 b2 should not be 0, and we mention these mandatory information in terms of these equations. A1 square plus b1 square can't be 0, and a2 square plus b2 square can't be equal to 0. Let's take an example. Here we are having two equations which are pair of linear equations, as these both are in same variables. 2x plus 3y is equals to 12 and x minus y is equals to 1. And we can have its solution, which is x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 2, because x equal to 3 and y equal to 2, these values are satisfying these both the equations. You can check it here just after replacing x by 3 and y by 2 here. Left hand side and right hand side you will get same. So these values of x and y are solution for these two equation, or for these pair of linear equation. That's why it is known as a solution for this pair of linear equations. Now let's start with the graphical representation of a pair of linear equation. In your previous classes, you are knowing about the behavior of two lines, how differently they behave with each other. So first one, we are having two lines intersect at one point. If two lines intersect at one point, then they are known as intersecting lines. And if two lines are parallel, means they are not intersecting each other, then we can have a figure like this. Parallel lines can never intersect each other at any point, right? So these are the behavior of lines which we are having. Third one, we can have two lines are coinciding lines or overlaps the other line, means two lines when they overlap each other. This is another behavior of lines with each other. So we are having three conditions, you can see. Now let's have some system. Here we are having system based on these three results, and we call these systems like consistent system and inconsistent system. So for any pair of linear equations, we can have two types of systems, which is known as consistent system and inconsistent system. For consistent system, it is required for pair of linear equations, it should have at least one solution. At least one solution means it can have a unique solution or it can have infinitely many solutions. So for unique solution, you will be having two lines just like this. If they are intersecting at a point, only then they can have a unique solution. And for infinitely many solutions, both the lines will coincide each other, because here each and every point is a solution for these both the lines. That's why for infinitely many solutions, two lines always will coincide. And in inconsistent system, we can have lines like parallel lines, means parallel lines can't intersect each other anyhow. So these can't have any solution. That's why these are having no solution. And this case we have kept in inconsistent system. So on the basis of these three results, or on the basis of these three types of behaviors of lines, we are having two systems, consistent and inconsistent system. Now let's have some examples based on these systems or based on these behavior of lines. So first question is, 10 students of class 10 took part in a football competition. If number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, represent this situation algebraically and graphically. So let the number of girls be X and the number of boys be Y. Then according to the question, they are saying total number of students are 10 here. And we are assuming that number of girls are X and number of boys are Y. So we can write here, according to the question, X plus Y is equals to 10. On the second hand, they are saying if number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. Number of girls is X here, number of boys is Y here. So in order to make these two terms equal, we need to add 4 in the number of boys. Then these two numbers will be equal. So number of girls can be written as number of boys plus 4, x is equals to y plus 4. We can rewrite it like x minus y is equals to 4. So now we are having these two equations on the basis of information provided in this question. So now we are having its algebraic representation. We have to write these both the equations here, x plus y is equals to 10 and x minus y is equals to 4. This is algebraic representation. And for graphical representation, we have to plot graph for each line. So we are having two lines. First line, we are taking x plus y is equals to 10, and we are considering second line to x minus y is equals to 4. Now we have to plot these two lines. So for first line, x plus y is equals to 10, we have to write it in terms of y to make our calculations easy. So y is equals to 10 minus x. Now we will take different values for x and we will find out corresponding values of y. So for x is equals to 0, we can have y is equals to 10 minus 0. It will give us y is equals to 10. So we are having coordinates 0 and 10. Just like this, for x is equals to 5, we can have y is equals to 5 after calculation. For x is equals to 10, we are having y is equals to 0 because 10 minus 10 equals to 0. So y will be equal to 0. So here we are having now 3 points. We can plot these points on the graph. First, let's find out this table for other line too. So for second line, x minus y is equals to 4. Rewrite it in terms of y. So minus y is equals to 4 minus x. Then y is equals to x minus 4 because we have to multiply this whole equation by minus sign. So it will take form y is equals to x minus 4. Now for x is equals to 0, after putting x equal to 0 here, you will be having y is equals to minus 4. You can see here y is equals to minus 4. Just like this, we can find out three different points for this line. For x is equals to 4, you can have y is equals to 0. 4 minus 4 will give you 0. For x is equals to 2, you can have 2 minus 4 is equals to minus 2. Then value of y, you will be having minus 2. So now we are having 3 points for second line too. Now let's start plotting graph. First, we will plot this first line only. After that, we will plot second. So for first line, we have to plot the points 0, 10. See, here we are having 0, 10, then 5, 5, then 10, 0. We are having here. Now we will join all these 3 points. After joining, we are getting this red line here, which is representing x plus y is equals to 10. Now for the second line, we are plotting here 0 minus 4, then 4, 0, and then 2 minus 2. 4, 0 you will be having here, and 2 minus 2. After joining these 3 points, you are having this green straight line, which is representing x minus y is equals to 4. And you can see here, these two lines are intersecting here at a point which is 7, 3. You can find out its location here. Just 7 units it is covering on the x-axis. After dropping a perpendicular from this intersection point, you can find out exact location. This is on 7, and just by dropping perpendicular here on the y-axis, you can see it's on 3. So the location of this point is 7, 3 on this graph paper. So this is the intersection point of these two lines. Here, these are intersecting lines. So these can have only a unique solution, only a single solution, which is 7, 3. So we have done this question now. Let's start second question. Represent graphically 3x minus y is equals to 2 and 9x minus 3y is equals to 6. So first of all, we will rewrite this equation in terms of y. For first line, 3x minus y is equals to 2. Y can be written as 3x minus 2. Then for the different values of x, we can have different values of y. So for x is equals to 0, you can check here at x equal to 0. After putting x equal to 0, we are having y is equals to minus 2. Just like this, we can have 3 different points: 0, minus 2, 2, 4, and minus 1, minus 5. Now we will find out this table for second line. So rewrite second line in terms of y. 9x minus 3y is equals to 6. Then minus 3y can be written as 6 minus 9x. Then y will be equal to 9x minus 6 upon 3. Now we will make table here. For x equal to 0, you can see here for x equal to 0, 9 into 0 will be 0. So minus 6 upon 3 will give you minus 2. So make a table here. We are having points 0, minus 2, 1, 1 and 2, 4. Now let's start plotting these lines. So first line we will plot first. So plot the points 0, minus 2, then 2, 4, then minus 1, minus 5. Now after joining these 3 points, we are having this red line here passing through these 3 points. Now we will plot points related with the second line. 0, minus 2, then 1, 1. 0, minus 2 is the common point here. You can see for the both the lines. 1, 1 we are having for second line. So 1, 1 we are having here. Then 2, 4 again is a common point for these two lines. Strange, no? So 2, 4 is already we are having 2, 4 in the Cartesian plane. So after joining these 3 points, we can have line. Oh, it's overlapping the red line here. Exactly 2 same points we calculated here, but after calculation, so for so many different values of x, you will find out that each and every point is lying on the same both the lines. If it is belonging to the first line, then that point is belonging to the second line too. So here you can see this is the question which is representing coinciding lines. Coinciding lines means infinitely many solutions. So we have done this question too. Let's start our third question. Represent graphically 2x plus 4y is equals to 10 and 3x plus 6y is equals to 12. So for first line, rewrite it for y. 2x plus 4y is equals to 10. So 4y is equals to 10 minus 2x. We can have just after dividing it by 2, we can have it y is equals to 5 minus x upon 2. Then for x is equals to 1, you can have y is equals to 2. Just like this, we can have 3 different coordinates for this line 1, 2, 3, 1 and minus 1, 3. Now we will find out different coordinates for second line. So rewrite it again in terms of y. 3x plus 6y is equals to 12. So 6y is equals to 12 minus 3x. Then y is equals to 12 minus 3x upon 6. Then for x is equals to 0, you can find out y is equals to 2. When x equal to 0 here, this term will become 0. Then 12 upon 6 will give you 2. So just like this, we can have a table of coordinates for the second line. We are having coordinates 0, 2, 2, 1 and minus 2, 3. Now let's start plotting these points for first line. So here we are having 1, 2, then 3, 1, then minus 1, 3. After joining these 3 points, you can see here we are having this red line, which is 2x plus 4y is equals to 10. Then for second line, we are having points 0, 2, then 2, 1, and then minus 2, 3. After joining all these 3 points, we are having this green line, which is representing second line 3x plus 6y is equals to 12. And you can check that these two lines are parallel to each other here. So parallel lines means no solution. Now you can find out it easily here that they are not going to cut it anyhow. Anywhere they are not going to cut it, right? So parallel lines means no solution. So now get ready for the pop quiz. Here is our first question. Is 12x is equals to y square a linear equation in 2 variables? Find out its answer. So its answer is no, because y is having power 2 here. So it is not a linear equation. That's why answer is no here. Second question is, what kind of solutions an inconsistent system can have? So, what kind of solution can have an inconsistent system? I have explained you. I hope you have done this. So we can have no solution for sorry, for any inconsistent system. Our third question is, a system having a unique solution is known as, what's the name of that system which is having a unique solution? That is known as consistent system. Our last question is, infinitely many solutions belongs to which system? Yes, infinitely many solutions belong to which system? These also belongs to consistent system. So that's all for this video. Thanks for connecting with me. See you soon in the next part of this chapter. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.